And Mark from Scoreboard Don't Lie. He's very, very analytical.
Witt Jr. just crushes every single pitch possible. So the potential for this is absolutely amazing.
Definitely for baseball season, you want to have Scoreboard Don't Lie there.
All right, guys, I'm back. It's Sunday, April 6th, and I got my favorite matchups for us to target. But before we do, let's recap yesterday. Bang! There we go, baby. Cash this parlay. Mookie Betts singled. Guerrero singled. You did the bare minimum. All I ever asked you to do is just record a hit. Well, then again, Mookie Betts, you knocked another one in there, so you're just a little overachiever, aren't you? Nice little hit on this minus 103 odds parlay at DraftKings. Give me that money. All right, let's calm down. Let's get serious now. Let's get right to these matchups that I absolutely love. First matchup, Fernando Tatis Jr. going up against Ben Brown. And what do you see with Ben Brown? He's like one of my favorite kind of pitchers, though two-pitch pitchers, because in theory it makes it a lot easier for these batters to identify which pitch is coming at them. You know, when you don't have to worry about two, say, versus 5, 6, 7, what have you. So you could see that pitch arsenal, four-seam fastball, 56% of the time Brown throws that. Tatis, a 328 batting average. And then the other pitch, the knuckle curve, 44% of the time. Tatis, last year, 6 at-bats, so it's a small sample size. We've talked about how the knuckle curve is a pitch that few pitchers throw, so few batters have few at-bats a lot of times when we bring these matchups up. So if we want to dig a little deeper, because we have some kind of data on this year in terms of not where we want it to be, but Tatis this year against the four-seam fastball, 9 at-bats, 5 hits, a home run, a 556 batting average. So what he's doing this year against the four-seam fastball, granted it's a small sample size, is lights out compared to what he did all last year. So I'm loving this opportunity here. So on Ben Brown's side of the pitches is his batting average against, and he's played 2 games already this year. So I just put in the 2025 numbers. So Ben Brown is giving up a 375 batting average versus the four-seam fastball. Basically equates to 8 at-bats, 3 hits. And then his knuckle curve he's giving up at a 400 rate. 10 at-bats, 4 hits, and a home run. I love this opportunity right here. It's my favorite one of the day. I'm going to hopefully try to target Fernando Tatis individually. Hopefully hits, runs, RBIs, or over 1.5 total bases. Because I really love this one. I kind of want to get away from the parlays every single time. We've been doing parlays all the time, and it's been beneficial. But the last thing I wanted to talk about with this matchup is Tatis is hot. He's recorded at least a hit in 7 of his last 8 games this year, and Tatis has, out of those 8 games he played, 5 multi-hit games. So like I said, I want to really target that hits, runs, RBIs, or if I have to, because those odds are maybe a little bit out of my range where I feel comfortable, maybe the over 1.5 total bases, that usually is priced pretty reasonable. So I'm looking to target Fernando Tatis Jr. All right, next matchup, Jackson Chourio versus Carson Spiers. You can see Spiers' pitch arsenal in the middle of the screen right there, the balls he throws, the percent by which he throws them, and how Chourio fares against these. So the sinker, 29% of the time he throws. Chourio, a 296 batting average last year. We're getting some data in. So some of these players have played 6, 7, 8 games. So we can look at how Chourio has performed against this pitch this year. He has 6 official at-bats, 3 hits, a 500 batting average. So it's corroborating. I love what I'm seeing right there. The next pitch, the sweeper, also 29% of the time Spiers throws it. This is the wild card. This is the concern of the matchup. Chourio, only a 163 batting average. And then to look to this year, do you have any at-bats? He does not have any at-bats against this pitch. So like I said, because of this pitch, I have this designated as a lean. So moving on, four-seam fastball, a 265 rating or 265 batting average. He's seen the four-seam fastball and engaged in it 3 times. So he had 3 at-bats, 1 hit, a 333 batting average, small sample size. We're liking that he's, seeing these pitches, at least the sinker and the four-seam fastball. And then the cutter, a 387 batting average last year. So when we look at the other side of the balls, Spiers batting averages against his top 2 pitches, a 302 and a 304 batting average given up. This is exactly who we're looking for. We're looking for a pitcher who doesn't command his pitches very well. Okay. And then the four-seam fastball gives it up at a 273, a cutter a 271. This one right here is like, I love this one, other than the fact that we have like that little iffy kind of situation with that sweeper. Other than that, this one kind of checks out. I mean, Jackson Chourio has been hot. He's recorded at least a hit in 7 of his last 7 games. So consider Jackson Chourio. Now, if you could be so kind, if you could hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and put a W in the comment section, because it's all about winning, baby. That's what we're trying to do. So also, there will be a link to a free Discord in the description of this video. You can go down there and check it out. A bunch of stuff going on down there, talking about NBA, college basketball, MLB, and more. So check that out. Just a list of the other good, better matchups for today. But before we get into it, I just want to say this. If you bet through Fanduel, Fanduel is a little different than all the other sports books. You have to be mindful of the starting lineup. If you're betting a player before you know he's active or he's in the starting lineup, FanDuel will grade that as a actual bet if the player does not start but comes in for, say, a pinch hit just one time. Dead. And if he doesn't get the desired result you want, it will be graded as a loser. So just be mindful of that. Other books, if they don't start, I think they're just void. But FanDuel does not void. They say, hey, if they come in one time, good luck, basically. So just be mindful of that. So, all right, let's get right back to this list right here. So I weed out any batter that has a sub 300 batting average versus the pitcher. So this is what we're left with for today. You see a lot of quality names on here. Now you see William Contreras. Last year, I would have been looking to play him in any way, shape, or form. But this year, he is ice cold. So I'm not even looking his way. Aaron Judge, you know who he is. Jose Ramirez, the Big Bear, Marcell Ozuna. You even got Shohei Ohtani way down on the bottom. So plenty of players to kind of be a starting point, and then to look in a little bit closer, maybe if you want to use any of these players. And if you're interested in betting home runs, I actually do that on my channel, The Scoreboard Don't Lie. If you're interested, take a look over there. I'll make it real easy. I'll put the link to my channel in the pinned comment of this video. And I just wanted to say, you guys are the best, man. You guys allow me to unleash my personality, that, the part that I can't kind of let out into the real world, because, people will be like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? So I just absolutely love every single one of you, and I'll just talk to you guys tomorrow.